Hello friends. Welcome to Hollywood Movies Talk 1. Today we are going to talking about what is next in MCU. But first subscribe our channel and press on bell icon for latest amazing updates. In April 2019, Marvel President Kevin Feige revealed that Marvel Studios has a plan for Phase 4 to run for 5 years, between 2020 to 2024. While the final movie of Phase 3 has been revealed to be Spider-Man: Far From Home, which will arrive on July 2, 2019, making Black Widow the first film to kick off Phase 4. Ever since the Avengers, fans of the MCU have been waiting for a Black Widow solo movie, and it's finally starting to come together. HM Entertainment has stated that Black Widow will allegedly begin production in the UK. Obviously Scarlett Johansson will be in it, as Black Widow, and while we wait for a full cast announcement, there has been some exciting confirmations already. David Harbour, Rachel Weisz, Florence Pugh and Tifa Bennell will all star in the movie, although it's not yet clear what roles they'll be playing. Tifa Bennell is set to play the lead role opposite Johnson. Right, it's time to get spoilery about Avengers: Endgame, so look away now if you still haven't seen it. Sadly, Black Widow sacrificed herself to save Hawkeye and get the Soul Stone from Vormir during the time heist. So that surely means that the only route to go for her solo movie is a prequel. Endgame seemingly made it clear that there is no comeback for Black Widow, but perhaps the MCU will find a loophole to bring her back to life. Maybe Captain America got her back when he returned the Soul Stone? Or maybe the movie will take place during the 5 years time jump that we saw in Avengers Endgame, where Black Widow was in charge of the remaining Avengers. If filming gets underway in June, then there's an outside shot that the first teaser will arrive in August. Probably after Black Widow. Doctor Strange 2. On the surface, Doctor Strange 2 was instantly cancelled. Benedict Cumberbatch vanished in a puff of dust during Infinity War. But, as we expected, Doctor Strange made his comeback in Avengers: Endgame to rejoin War to defending the universe. So it is possible to make Doctor Strange's sequel, Nightmare or Mordo, will be villain in sequel. If Doctor Strange 2 is confirmed for 2020, we will surely see our first trailer in 2019. Marvel had met with multiple screenwriters to craft a film based on the Eternals, with the focus on the character Cersei. Feige stated that a film based on the group was one of many things that we are actively beginning to have creative discussions about to see if we believe in them enough to put them on a slate. A month later, Matthew and Ryan were hired to write the script for the project. By late September, Marvel hired Chloe Zhao to direct the film. Filming is expected to begin in August 2019 in Atlanta. Maybe Eternal movie will most important to Phase 4. In the comic, Eternals are powerful species in the universe, and created by Celestial. Glad to know you that Thanos was also Eternal who born on Titan planet. Maybe Eternal movie can take place of Avengers in MCU. By December 2018, Marvel was fast-tracking development on a Shang-Chi film, which would be their first Asian-led film. Chinese-American writer David was hired to work on the screenplay, with Marvel Studios looking to hire an Asian or Asian-American filmmaker to direct. By March 2019, Marvel hired Destin Daniel to direct the film. Shang-Chi is son of one of the worst villain in the Marvel universe, but he ranks among greatest heroes. Shang-Chi has devoted his life to perfecting his martial arts abilities. Rather than using those talents for fame and fortune, he travels the world for rights and wrongs. All eyes were on the return of Star-Lord and company. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and in the wake of its success, talk was already turning to a third film. Film is on its way. James Gunn is back on board to return for a third outing with Star-Lord and the gang. Gamora is also alive again in the MCU, only it's a Gamora from a past timeline in 2014, which meaning she doesn't have the history with the Guardians. But did she survive Tony Stark's snap, as she was technically on Thanos' side? Who knows? They've picked up a new team member too in the form of Thor, so we can expect him to be along for the ride in the third movie. Gunn has noted that if he didn't get to do the third movie, he would have been most disappointed at not finishing Rocket's arc. So expect more from Rocket in the third movie, maybe even his full backstory. Getting back to Aisha as promised, you will probably remember that one of the 5 mid-credits scenes saw the villain gazing at a cocoon which she said contained Adam. That Adam is Adam Warlock, a long-standing Marvel cosmic hero with connections to Aisha. Gunn said that he was originally intended to feature in Guardians 2, and will instead appear in a later film. The expectation is that Aisha will be setting him on the tracks of her enemies, the Guardians. There is also sequel of 2018's blockbuster movie Black Panther. After Best Audience Responsive African Superhero Black Panther, we can expect the world of Black Panther to expand even more. The end of the first film saw T'Challa opening the borders of Wakanda, ending a long chapter in the nation's history as an isolated country. This will inevitably factor into the sequel, and it could mean new characters will be introduced as well as a more global story. Marvel now introducing TV series on Disney+. Loki, Vision, Wanda, and Winter Soldier and Falcon are on track. There are also some potential project untitled Ant-Man and the Wasp sequel. Ahead of the release of Ant-Man and the Wasp, Peyton Reed noted that he and Marvel were hopeful about a third film, having discussed potential story points. Michael Douglas also expressed interest in playing a younger version of his character Hank Pym in a prequel, something which Reed already teased back in 2015. In February 2019, Douglas said of a possible sequel, "There's been talk about another Ant-Man, but there's been nothing formal right now that we know of." Untitled Captain Marvel sequel. In February 2019, Brie Larson expressed interest for including the character Kamala Khan or Miss Marvel in a sequel to Captain Marvel. Feige previously said he had plans to introduce Khan to the MCU following the release of Captain Marvel. The following month, Feige said he had pretty amazing ideas for a Captain Marvel sequel. Feige added that a possible sequel could explore the time gap between the end of the first film and Danvers' next appearance in Avengers Endgame. Lashana Lynch expressed interest in reprising her role as Maria Rambeau in such a sequel. Untitled Thor sequel. In January 2018, Hemsworth indicated his interest in continuing to play Thor, despite his contract with Marvel Studios scheduled to end after Avengers Endgame, saying the next month if there's another great script that comes along he would consider playing the character again, and later added, "I'd play this character for as long as anyone would let me," crediting Waititi for revitalizing his interest in Thor. He and Waititi had discussed what they would want in a potential fourth Thor film by then. By April 2019, Thompson believed that a pitch had been made for a sequel to Ragnarok that involved Waititi returning. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So don't forget to like, subscribe and share with your marvelous friends. I look forward to our next video.